Hamish Davidson 2 years ago when Hamish won the Scottish Championship at Crete, and the ground record in the previous event that Jeff Cage broke, in fact, was Hamish Davidson's as well.
That's a heavy weight, I don't like it. Well, it's not the same weight I set the record up with, and it's a doer sort of thing. I'll throw it a wee bit further. But I don't like it, no.
I think you've done enough to get it.
We'll see what Jeff does. That's all it's up to now, I think. I'm still leading Grant there by a few feet.
Hamish will be throwing quite well, I think, so it might be hard to say just how we'll go. Jeff's been home practicing all week with a hammer too.
So, that's my 3 best events over. So I'll have to try something on my lesser events.
You're disappointed so far, yeah?
Not too bad.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about something else completely. We'll pull it out this time, though.
No,
way.
terrible.
Just getting excited.
another 10 pounds added. It's now 410. If I was you, Jeff, I'd hurry up and lift it. Jeff is suggesting that Hamish Davidson has to stand on his tiptoes to reach the bar. And here we have Hamish at 410.
Come on, Hamish.
Yes, indeed, despite the fast descent. This now puts the pressure on.
I have been looking for
Good punt there from Hamish. Well, here we are then, Hamish Davidson with his second punt. And he's on the line 6 inches behind Jeff Case. Well, it's a mighty one. Yes, he is in fact ahead. So, local hero, Hamish Davidson, goes into lead.
We beginnen met Hamish Davidson, de mountain man uit Schotland, die heel hoog in de bergen woont, zonder stromend water, zonder elektriciteit. Een man die, misschien kun je dat zijn buik zien, graag drinkt. Hij heeft een heel apart dieet tijdens zo'n wedstrijd, 1,5 liter whisky en 20 blikjes bier, echt waar. Maar hij kan het ding verwerpen.
Now this item is called the McGlashan stones. It's from the traditional stones that were smoothed by the running burns in Scotland, brought up from the beds of the rivers, smoothed out and very heavy indeed. It's one of the attempts that is being made by Hamish Davidson, 27-year-old farmer from Nairn in Scotland. He has to lift these huge stones and put them on top of the whiskey barrels. It goes an enormous lift, and I have been reliably informed that up till now nobody has been able to achieve the placing of these boulders on top of the cast, all 4. That 3 is the best that has ever been achieved. And I think Hamish Davidson has had enough, and I think it's very difficult, apart from the weight, is the bulk and the smoothness of the stone. I've got to get the fingers underneath it to get some sort of purchase. I think he was finding it very difficult indeed, although the softness of the grass has aided him there.
De oudste, heavy krachtpatser, is een 42 jaar oude Schot. En hij gooit elk jaar beter.
I think it's possible to get younger by lifting heavy weights. chronologically older, but physically younger. Years to go yet.
Het zal hem maar net nog een keertje over doen, want het was niet naar mijn zin. Al aan hem het nog een keertje over doen, in het begin maar bij het begin. Het zal hem het nog een keertje over doen, want het was niet naar mijn zin. Ik ben mijn stem kwijt, laat hem het nog een keertje over doen, in het begin maar bij het begin. Hey! Zal hem maar net nog een keertje over doen, want het was niet naar mijn zin. Al aan hem het nog een keertje over doen, in het begin maar bij het begin. Zal hem maar net nog een keertje over doen, want het was niet naar mijn zin. Al aan hem het nog een keertje over doen, in het begin maar bij het begin.
I'll be back.
Ik schat in dat Hamish hem al direct veel verder gooit. De man die is in staat op dit moment heel makkelijk tegen de 24 meter te gooien. Dat is een mooie worp. Dus de zakjes kuit werden doorgedrukt met een kanonskogel aan de steel. En die werden gemaakt bij een blacksmith. Nou, die blacksmith zei op een bepaald moment, blijf van mijn hamer af en neem maar een van die dingen. En sindsdien lopen wij te gooien in Schotland met dat was ook in de grote tijd dat in Schotland de Anderson en de Andersons kampioen waren. En in die tijd heeft hij het ook geleerd. In 1984 versloeg hij Jeff Capes tijdens de wereldkampioenschappen in ballen. En sinds die tijd heeft hij niet stilgezeten, want hij is altijd gewoon elk seizoen doorgegaan met werpen. Hij heeft elk seizoen zijn ervoor ingezet. En nu is hij voor de tweede keer in Nederland. De keer hiervoor was hij voor een sterkste manwedstrijd en nu...
Het is altijd zo. Nou, daar heeft ook nog wel eens een verschil in toon. Dat je hoort, gesproken zijn met deze straf. En Glenn Kelly is verplicht. Verder van het mag niet bijgedragen worden.
Ik hoor steeds zeggen daar van hun leven. Zijn naam is Hamish. De ex-world champion. Hoe groot is zijn voet? Want ik heb naar je voet gekeken en dat is toch heel anders dan... is rond de 30 centimeter. Dus dat betekent 15 voet, betekent 4,5 meter. In trainingen heb Ivo hem gegooid, maar nog nooit in wedstrijden. In wedstrijden ben je met allerlei dingen bezig geweest en dan word je wat vermoeid. En nu moet het waargemaakt worden. Hamish Davidson, 15 feet. Want dat verhaal wil ik bij hem maken.
Aan het grote aantal mensen op het veld kunnen we zien dat hij het even enorm waardeert. En we hopen dan ook dat hij volgend jaar weer van de partij dan wordt.
Well, Hamish, concentrate and give what you have.
De noteren van uw agenda, zaterdag 31 mei, de 15e Lowland Games in Westerland, gemeente Dronken.
Hoe toe gaat Hamish? Kijk die oude routine. engaged in the first one. Maar nou heb ik nog wat. Kom er even af, jongens.
In Scotland, at 5 feet 9 inches, weighing 21 stone, a Highland Games champion shot putter and weightlifter, Hamish Davidson versus Richard Slaney. The Scot tipped to do well here. He's already beaten Jeff Capes in a competition earlier this year, and Richard Slaney, the biggest man in the contest and a past winner.
Hands off the floor, please.
Watch the time, and it's Slaney who gets away first. But as the tallest competitor, he might find it a problem to keep the momentum going. Davidson stocky. And indeed, he's picked up on Slaney halfway down the course. And it's Davidson getting the momentum, coming towards that finishing line. A good time. Davidson wins.
27.5 seconds you made. That was a pretty fast time to start with, Hamish. Are you happy with the way that went?
Yes, I think so. I got a pretty slow start, but I managed to keep going after that.
Being so low to the ground, do you think that may have helped you?
I think the leg strength helped me.
Well, Richard, you've done this last year. Does it get any easier? No, not at all. Still as hard on the legs, is it, in the back? Yeah.
Hamish Davidson versus Stephen Zetolowski. Davidson, cool, determined. Stephen, always a little smile there, yes.
On your marks.
And off they go, and it's Davidson getting that low center of gravity. Struggling there, Zetolowski. And he's had a problem. Something's gone wrong with Zetolowski. He's limping away off the course. He seems to have torn something in his leg. And Davidson once again makes this heat a one-horse race. An easy victory, but Zetolowski looks in terrible pain there. A win for Davidson. What's happened? Let's find out. Henry's over there with Zetolowski. Well, there seems to be...
Oh, old golfer, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's the end of that then. Fun I was doing ever so
well. You were saying you were having a bit of trouble with your knees. You didn't expect to have this on top.
No, it's the other knee, funnily enough. Now I've got one to go with it.
Well, you've got a pair now.
Yeah, I've got a matching pair.
Well,
holy, holy.
How was that one for you?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Oh, really?
No, it's a bit
the time
shaky.
is better. You know, you're inside the time.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I didn't expect to do well in this one. That's my worst event.
He's going to reserve his strength for later. So it's all up to Davidson now. If he lifts this, it's victory and 8 points.
Lift.
And that's it. Victory.
Well, I get the feeling you could have lifted a bit more there.
Well, there's no way I'm going to lift more. I've no amateur instincts about me at all. That's the art of doing something for nothing.
Well, what do they say about the Scots? Hamish Davidson, a winner this time. Capes in second place. Hamish Davidson, first to go. This Scot has put up a great performance so far. As Jeff Capes said, the dark horse in the contest. 2 seconds and a first. That's his record up to date. He's competed in the UK, as well as in Canada and Nigeria, where Capes beat him then. But of course, Jeff suffered a defeat at the hands of Davidson not so very long ago. Remember, they're going to keep that battery up, because if it comes down too far, it will break the buzzer and they'll have to stop. Davidson going well, over 30 seconds now. Gary Winterbank, he'll be following him very soon. This sheep and mink farmer from Nairn in Scotland having a great contest up to date. 43-44, great performance from Hamish Davidson. Just 5 feet 9, but 21 stone, and it's getting closer, and there it is, 52 or thereabouts for Hamish Davidson. Wins by 1 second from Richard Slaney. Peter Tancred is third, and Jeff Capes fourth.
After a slightly slow start, Hamish, you're picking up a lot of points.
Yeah, well, this is coming into my better events now. I don't know about this steel bar bend. I'm still a bit worried about it. But
what did you think of that, of what you just did?
I could have stuck it out longer, perhaps, if I was the last man to go, but having to set the first time is a bit more difficult.
So after 4 events, a new leader. Hamish Davidson leads by 2 points from Jeff Capes. Richard Slaney is in third place. John Sedge and Gary Capes, Winterbank and Davidson. And of course, Jeff Capes is an expert at this event. He's picked up points all the way, and Hamish Davidson is the leader. John Sedge is at a good contest. Gary Winterbank is fading just a little now. He perhaps doesn't have the regular training that these other athletes. Hamish Davidson at 15 millimeters. Davidson with lots to prove, leading the contest, and that won't please this man. But wasn't that easy? In no time at all, he bent the bar to the right level, and Davidson is suffering now. Hamish Davidson having a marvellous contest here, his first ever attempt at Britain's strongest man. Scottish bench, squat and deadlift champion twice. Turned professional 3 years ago, and a real Highland Games expert. But this event is beyond him, and Capes looks as if he's going to pick up points and perhaps take over the lead. We'll see. Nope. Davidson goes 108.2 centimeters. The girl lift. With all 10 bunnies now on that beam, a massive total weight of 1,032 kilos. And it's this man, Hamish Davidson, to go first, the joint leader.
50.
One light goes, but not the other. And he isn't even bothering to try it again. He's decided that's enough. Peter Hamish Davidson. Well, the dark horse he may have been at the start, he's proving what a super competitor he is, and that was very easy. Seemed to expend no energy there at all. The Scot. He's on as well into the next round. Hamish Davidson. Remember, this is the last of the events before the Tug of War. He's rolled it up. But a game effort from this man, and not enough.
The question is, Hamish, Jeff going after you here. Do you think he's going to manage it either?
It's a fair weight now. It's heavier than he's done before, I think.
All right. It's all or nothing for Geoffrey Capes. The Lincolnshire poacher. One up, 2 to go. Hamish Davidson. And he's making no mistake this time. On he goes. It's 1-1, yes. Final pull. His feet on the slippery surface edge. He's over the line, the winner, Davidson. Great performance from this stocky, tough Scott.
Well, how do you find the tug of war? Have you done much tug in a war before?
I've never done it before in my life. No.
And you had what, one pull each, and then you had the third one for the final, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how'd that go on your legs and your body? Do you feel?
Well,
whenever I'd done it, I always felt my bloody knees were always trembling and shaking.
Yeah, I've got fairly strong legs, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm trying to keep low and just get the leg power into it.
Good, good.
The final of the tug of war, the climax to this year's contest. And in round one of the tug of war, it's Jeff Capes who gets first blood. Round two. Davidson, who's been a marvellous competitor here throughout and has pushed Capes the whole way. The Scot just will not give up, but it's Capes' strength that makes a 2-0 victory here in that tug of war. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the tug of war and Britain's strongest man 1981 is Jeff Capes. And he wins it by just 2 points at the end. Davidson is second, Slaney is third, Sedge, Winterbank, McClatchy, Tancred and Zedelovsky, who was very unlucky. Sylvester Campbell, the chairman of British Bacon, presents a very appropriate present as well as an all-important trophy to Britain's strongest man, 1981, Jeff Capes. It'll be Capes going now to America to compete in the world title. He was third there last year. You'll see it on ITV later on. But meanwhile, from Jeff, from Henry Cooper and myself, goodbye.
As we move to Hamish Davidson now. Off the blocks. He's not going to be settling for a 51.4 if I know the way he wants to compete. He's got to keep moving.
Hamish using small steps, head low, going for that line. Hamish, in fact, a very underestimated Highland Games athlete, very coordinated and going all the way to that line.
Actually, it's amazing because Hamish looks like he could be just out on a Sunday afternoon walking the dog. I mean, it's incredible. Look, short, sharp steps. There's no question he's going to beat that 51.4. And as he gets to the line, doesn't even drop his arms down. He goes into the lead with a very comfortable 40.5. We saw lots of short, sharp jabs with the feet. Is that the secret of pulling that?
I think so, yeah. But I still feel the weight all the way, you know. The pressure is on the legs all the time. I really feel it now.
Do you feel confident now at this stage in the game that with 11 seconds leads on Allen that you might have this in the bag?
I don't think that's unbeatable. It might be difficult to beat.
Well, I can tell. Now we come to the two, arguably, the men that you must watch tightly now. Alan Taylor, you are second overall in the competition. Have you got any method that you've had in the back of your mind that you'd like to use on these barrels, having seen 6 guys go before you?
Well, they're all completely different ways, so I should imagine it's going to be brute strength and ignorance.
Really? Yeah. I'll lend the ignorance, you can have the strength. Okay. We come over to our current leader, Hamish Davidson. How are you feeling at this point?
Cramping up in the thighs at the moment.
You've got a problem with your thighs?
Yeah, since the morning. That pool.
I see. So you're going to have to really exercise.
A bit worried about it.
You're a little bit worried about those. Well, we'll see how they go out during the course of this particular event. Well, this is the one now. 42.3. Oh, 42.3 is the time to beat. Hamish has already complained, Jeffrey, about having a bit of a problem with his thighs, a bit of cramp.
I think that's made him angry, actually, because he knows that he mustn't think about his injury and he must go hell for leather and just forget it and just go straight into the competition.
Yeah. So in other words, like most other things in any sport of strength or skill, the more aggravated you become, the more you like to pull out a good time.
That is very much so, and I think Hamish is on the way to a very good time at the moment.
Well, 33 seconds at this point, and Hamish has got 4 more barrels to go if he can keep that up. It's getting a bit tight now. The 42.3 is gone. So our 2 leaders overall are behind on this particular event. Maybe the strain of the morning's ones. Alan Taylor, oh no, he's dropped the barrel. Oh, what a shame. Oh, that was absolutely incredible. He dropped his barrel at the last second, and that lost him the particular lead in that particular event. So Richard Slaney, with a great effort, gets his 8 points, top of the table on the barrel loading with a 42.3, just beating.
Last to go, it's Hamish Davidson.
On your mark and get set.
Hamish, oh my goodness, he's going up too quickly. He leaned too far forward. That was most unfortunate for Hamish. He seemed to get his top body weight just too far ahead of himself there, didn't he?
Really unusual for Hamish, being a Scotsman, coming from just down the road where the Dinny Stones are, and he's obviously practiced on them. And unfortunately, he's not having a very good day, and I think he's got 1 or 2 injuries in his thighs, and I think it's beginning to tell now.
So an excellent event carrying the Dinistine, and those are the top 3 names that actually completed the 25-metre course, and a very good move by Richard Slaney into first position with the 14.6. Go. Okay. Welsh there you're looking at, who somehow always managed to make me think that he's constantly telling himself jokes while he's doing these strength feats. No problems here. Hamish Davidson, they're a little bit sad as we move up to 13.5 millimetres. That is the bar width now. Just 3 people left in it.
The lads bending the bars quite easily, but again having to contend with the spring.
Welsh, no problem there. Look, a little smirk on his face. Hamish as well. We're now up to 15 millimetres in thickness, and believe you me, that is a heavy bar. Hamish Davidson struggling. Welsh, just look at that. So much energy has to be exerted on these things. Doesn't look to me at the moment as if they are actually going to meet the 2 ends of these bars. I think they've finally met their match with 15 mil.
Come on.
At this sticking point, that the bar is cold and dead.
So, they're getting very close to time. Last desperate throws. Slaney about to fall over the railing there, I think. Put them down. Final measurements have to be taken now.
Another win for Richard Slaney. Davidson still putting the pressure on in 2nd place. Now making his attempt at 170 pounds, Hamish Davidson, holder of many Scottish powerlifting records, and in fact one of the all-time great Scottish power athletes.
So Hamish Davidson now, not a man to give up in any form of competition easily. Up she goes. No problem there. There was a lack of strain on Hamish's face when he walks away. I don't understand it at all. As we find Hamish Davidson, Errol Carnegie coming up now.
Free arm on the table, then.
So, now we come to the 2nd semi-final. Peter Welsh will be watching this with interest because whoever wins this one will be against him in the final. Hamish Davidson on the left, who beat Andy Drewiecki, and there on the right, Errol Carnegie, who beat John Sedge to get through to this semi-final. Well, these fellas giving it every possible ounce of strength. Errol Carnegie on the first of 3 pulls, as it were. It's getting close, and it's on. The first win then for Hamish Davidson. I've only ever tried this myself in a pub a couple of times, and it does me in. I don't know how these guys keep it up.
Take the strain.
Arm swap now. Oh! Wow. That was over rather quickly.
And Hamish winning that one very easily, and obviously Errol is hurt, clasping his shoulder. And I hope he's not injured too badly. And now we have the good arm, so to speak, And I'm sure Errol and Hamish will give it their best shot.
So, this is the big one. Oh, look at the sheer power that Errol Carnegie is putting into this. 2 shades of purple and white on Hamish's arm there, and it looks like it's all over here. That last couple of inches again, the strain is showing. A little bit of elbow lift there. Yeah, but Hamish is lifting his elbow too at this point as well, so I suppose with that amount of strength going, the foot is allowed on both sides. He's got to get that wrist bone down, and he does it.
Went out at his next lift. So Hamish Davidson, who's been the Scottish Highland Games champion 6 times since 1973, finds himself in the last 4, and the weight is now 130 kilos. Jeff Capes is urging him on from the sidelines. Oh, no trouble at all there. I'm sure Hamish will be very pleased with that lift. I asked him how he felt he was doing in this particular competition.
I was sort of struggling. I think I'm near my limit now. A new event to me, so I think I'm doing not bad.
So it's Hamish Davidson's turn, hungry for points after falling behind in the battery lift. So he needs the points, and so far it looks as if he likes this event. He says he likes the jingle of all that silver. Quick heave, and there it is. Oh, no trouble at all for Hamish. And he strides off with more bounce than ever. Another pause as yet.
Doing very well up again, Hamish. Trouble with the 60mm bar. Yeah, after a bit of a disaster with the battery, I was still a bit cautious with this injury in the shoulder. But it didn't seem to bother the bar. That's about all I can do. So you only...
incredibly difficult to bend that stuff, though.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what the secret is. Jeff seems to have it anyway with the longer levers.
Hamish is worried about his fitness for that all-important beer barrel race. And Spinola Torsten, the Dane, very disappointed in yesterday's performance, very keen to do well today. So how do the men feel about their chances in today's events?
I should fare okay in this track pool because I've done it before a few times. Cumberland wrestling, I don't know. That might even bother the shoulder slightly. And the milk churn, I have no idea.
That's a wild card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Best of luck, Hamish.
Right very much. Now, in this third heat, we've got Hamish Davidson, who's very happy about yesterday's work, and Jeff Capes, who has a very good record in this event and must hope to win it. And Jeff is making full use of that 300-odd pounds of his, weight right forward, knuckles trailing on the ground in gorilla style, if you like. Lots and lots of power in those legs, driving him forward. But Hamish also has a very good style. Jeff's obviously been giving him tips, very low down. But Jeff has opened up an enormous lead, clear win there, and the times were excellent. 33.5 for Jeff Capes and 39.4 seconds for Hamish, which puts him in second place in this event.
Hamish, great position there, well forward, low down, knuckles on the ground.
Yeah.
You look very good.
Well, I went through the motion, you would say.
Well,
but I wasn't as fast as I could have done it, I suppose.
Well, I think did you not do better than you thought you might do this morning?
It's difficult to say. I thought I'd do quite well in it anyway, but I did think Jeff would win it. He's got the weight and he's got the athletic ability and speed to do it.
Now we've got Roger Ekstrom, who's done so well in this competition against Hamish Davidson, who really doesn't rate his chances very highly because he's short and he's going to have trouble getting the barrels up into the truck. Neither of these men, notice, is taking the barrel to the shoulder. They're carrying them on the chest. Roger, of course, has a great height advantage and massive shoulders. Hamish is short, doesn't train much, and likes the odd pint. By all the odds, Roger should win.
Just look at that, strength gone, wind gone, and here on it's all agony all the way. And Hamish has somehow defied all the odds. This is his last barrel, he's going to win. Time, 79.1 seconds, incredible. That's Roger's last barrel. Roger Ekstrom's time, 82.4 seconds, and he's totally exhausted. Hamish, how you managed that after all that beer and cigars last night, I'll never know. But I mean, you did, very, very well.
I don't know what the time was, but I thought I was doing very badly to start with. And then I noticed the 2 barrels the guy had left. And I thought I could do it, I just speeded up with the last 2.
In fact, you overtook him in the last 3 barrels.
Yeah.
He was ahead of you, a barrel ahead of you, and you were in the last 3 barrels.
Yeah.
But better than you expected?
Possibly, yeah. We'll wait to see what the time is. It's a killer, though. There's easier ways to make a living.
Now it's that canny old campaigner Gerard Dupree and the doer Scot Hamish Davidson. There's a needle match developing between these two for 3rd place. They're both the same sort of height and build, both very gritty customers. They're off, and rumour has it that Gerard Dupree has been practising this event, the only competitor to do so, but he hasn't revealed any times. Well, if he has practiced, it's not helping very much. In fact, I think Hamish is slid slightly, and as they come to that last 18-foot dash, he just forges ahead. There it is. So Gerard, the local favourite, really squeezed out here, and a good win for Hamish to give him an extra point.
Now this item is called the McGlashan stones. It's from the traditional stones that were smoothed by the running burns in Scotland, brought up from the beds of the rivers, smoothed out and very heavy indeed. It's one of the attempts that is being made by Hamish Davidson, 27-year-old farmer from Nairn in Scotland. He has to lift these huge stones and put them on top of the whiskey barrels. It goes, an enormous lift, and I have been reliably informed that up till now nobody has been able to achieve the placing of these boulders on top of the cast, all 4. That 3 is the best that has ever been achieved. And I think Hamish Davidson has had enough, and I think it's very difficult, apart from the weight, is the bulk and the smoothness of the stone. I've got to get the fingers underneath it to get some sort of purchase. I think he was finding it very difficult indeed, although the softness of the grass has aided him there.
Feet 6.5 tall, his lithe frame belies his body weight of 20 stones. A superb athlete, the strongest man in Australia, officially.
Modern.
Commonwealth Games, shot putter, 15 feet and 6 inches. And it's gone clear, the first man to clear this height.